Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on this podcast. We'll be talking today with Jake Klingforth from the Parks Department and Dawn Desorcy from the Rec Department. And I just wanted to welcome you guys. Also, as we're putting out more of these videos to try to introduce more of the city folks to you, people that are here, living here, working here, helping our city thrive. We want to continue to do that. But at the same time, I personally, as the mayor, don't necessarily want to be the one who is always the moderator or the person that's bringing folks to the table and having the conversation. So we are reaching out to you guys in the community, and we want to kind of test the waters and see how it would go if there's folks out there that would like to do this and be able to have the conversations and be a part of the community and seeing where things go from there. So if you are interested, please reach out to Joe at the WRCM, and they'll have a conversation with you, and we'll see if things can work out. So I appreciate it. That being said, I want to again welcome Jake and Dawn to the conversation here. My goal today was to just let everybody know what's going on, introduce you guys to the community, and let you tell them what is going on this summer for the parks and the rec department. Jake, if you want to open it up, I'm kind of curious, how you got to the community and in this job, and how did that all play out?
Yeah, thanks again for having us, Mayor Zacher. Like you said, my name's Jake Klingforth. I'm the Parks and Buildings Superintendent for the City of Wisconsin Rapids. I think I've been in this position for just over 5 years. Myself and the family moved back to Wisconsin Rapids after living in Milwaukee County for roughly 17 years, pretty much high school, college. While we were there, I was a parks supervisor for Milwaukee County Parks. Had an opportunity to move back up here and just kind of fit right into this role.
I think we have a lot of parks in our city, but I can only imagine how many parks are in the city of Milwaukee.
Yeah, I think Milwaukee County, we had over 150 parks, so
that's a lot of moving parts.
Learning experience. And
so then you and your family are here. You have some kids.
2 boys, 12 and 9.
Okay.
And then a lovely wife.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Dawn, how about you? What's your how'd you end up in Wisconsin Rapids?
So I grew up in Rapids.
Okay.
Went to college at Point. Came back and worked for the city shortly out of college. Worked at the mayor's office for 12 years, I believe, and then into the Parks Department.
Okay.
And I've been in this position for 3 years.
Okay. And you also have some young ones in the community?
We have 2 boys as well, actually the same age as Jake's
Okay.
boys, 9 and 12.
All right. So it's good. I think it's important for everybody to understand that, not only do you work with the city, that you are a part of the community and your children are part of the community. So we all kind of understand. We break down some of the say guessing, games that are out there that, it's these people that don't care about what's going on in the city. They're just doing their own thing. I think it's important for everybody to see that we're just people just like them and trying to do a good job to make sure the city is good and clean and fun stuff going on for the kids and adults for that matter.
Yeah.
So talking about the parks, Jake, we don't have 150,
No.
but we do have a bunch. And I guess without putting you too much on the spot, if you can kind of take us through the parks that we do have and where they're kind of located in the city and what's going on with them.
Yeah, so we can start on the east side. Obviously, the new dog park that we added, I think it's been going on 1.5 years now, off of Saratoga. That address is 2550 Saratoga Street. We have the Big Robinson Park, kind of located by the Highway 54 viaduct. There that offers, we have our band shelter, multiple baseball fields, playground, pavilion that you can rent out in the summer months. That's also where we have our lowboard hockey rink. That park also has outside bathrooms. And again, I think we're going to be doing a 2 to 3 year projects, kind of more enhancing of the park. I know we'd like to do a new playground there within the next year or two.
Did I miss it? Did you mention the is it frisbee golf?
Oh yeah,
Disc
we also
golf.
have
Disc golf.
Yep, an 18-hole frisbee golf there as well.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's a nice park.
We also added concrete cornhole boards there. So
Okay.
People can either bring bags and just use them.
Yeah, that's good to
So-
know. And they're concrete.
And
I mean,
they're
that
concrete,
helps.
Yeah. Yep.
Ping pong too.
Yes, we also have the concrete ping pong table there.
Okay.
Another park on the east side, Sandlot Park, which is off of Goodnow. 2 baseball diamonds. We have sand volleyball there, basketball court there. We added more concrete cornhole boards there as well. Pavilion that you can rent out as well. It comes with the kitchen, bathrooms, and then the playground as well.
Okay.
Another park on the east side, we have like Downtown Park, Veterans Park, which we use a lot of community events there. The farmers market on the west side kind of correlates with Lunch by the River, and the Lunch by the River starts be June 5th this year through August 28th, and it's from 11:30 to 1 o'clock. And then the farmers market will be June 12th through October 11th, and that's 8 a.m. till 2 p.m.
Okay.
So, Demis Park over by the hospital, that's a newer park. I think that was constructed 6 to 7 years ago. That has your outdoor, kind of your workout areas down along the river. Different amenities we have there, picnic tables, grills, a nice shaded area. I know we've seen people playing parks or cards there. And then I've seen people doing like yoga, just all that stuff down there. Other parks on the east side, we got Poplar Springs Park, which is used mainly in the winter for sled hill. That's right off of Spring Street and 4th Street, I believe. Again, smaller playground there as well. I know we're talking about maybe adding a light there so it can kind of get used more at night for sledding.
Okay.
Another park on the east side would be Gaynor Park. It's kind of tucked behind the Wood County public parking lot over there. Again, another sledding hill. We are working on maybe making some improvements. We're going to try collaborating with the Gaynor Cranberry Marsh people.
Okay.
And kind of do just different things there. It's kind of a work in progress right now, but
Yeah, that's a little
things to come.
It's a hidden
It
gem.
is.
I think most people know the sledding hill, but how
Right.
big that park is. Yeah.
Yep. So on the west side of the river, we have Lions Park, again, that has outdoor bathrooms, a small shelter, playground, but that also, the park kind of joins with our bike trails that goes from, 2nd Avenue all the way down to, it connects with Port Edwards, going across Seneca Road there. So it's about 5 miles of bike trails there. Ben Hansen Park, it also ties in with the Bowes Creek Boat Landing. There's 2 sand volleyball courts there, a playground, and again, it just kind of connects with the walking paths that we have there.
Okay.
We'll also be putting our kayak launch in there, hopefully this week, for people to use that kayak.
Yeah.
Other parks, we got Meat Park. We're doing a big, obviously, project there with the pickleball courts. We added a new playground that kind of connects with the splash pad. We're hoping to have a ribbon ceremony. I think it opens May 24th this year for the splash pad. We'll do with the playground ribbon cutting ceremony, like I said, and then hopefully in May we can get the painting done for the pickleball courts, and they'll be open end of May, hopefully early June.
Okay.
Obviously, everyone knows about the zoo. It's one of our most favorite parks. 1911 Gaynor Street. We're doing some big projects there this year. Obviously, the construction with the River Otter exhibit. The Highlands Warming House is now open year-round for rentals instead of just through the summer months. And then the addition with the new playground as well. Hopefully this late summer, early fall with installation with that.
Yeah. Is there? There always seems to be an update with the critters that like to escape.
Yeah.
To say groundhogs, but I don't think that's right.
The
is
prairie
it?
dogs?
Prairie dogs. Yeah.
No, they only escaped once, but we got them back.
They're fun though.
Yeah,
they're a fun bunch
Yep.
to watch. The kids love watching them. Yeah.
It's a great exhibit that we added last summer. With that, we're bringing a possum this year. Louis the possum will be at the zoo this year. Again, we're just getting ready for this River Otter exhibit. Bids will be closing next Monday, April 28th, and we'll get working with the bidder on construction with that.
Yeah, and can you explain how the financing behind that went?
Yeah, so we applied for a large grant with the Legacy Foundation. We were awarded that grant for, like I said, the playground, Helen's house, and then the construction of the River Otter exhibit. Along with that, we are using, money that was given to us with David and Judy Teskey. So we're using Teskey funds with that, and then a little bit of our park outlay money.
Yeah.
So again, great because everything that we've done at the zoo the last, I don't know, 4 years have all been grants or just money given to us. So
Yeah.
it's great to see that people appreciate the zoo and help fund it.
Yeah, I know we are reaching out to the Legacy Foundation, so it certainly doesn't help to give them a plug, I guess, if
Right.
you will, to just say, they do a really good job in the community to spread out money and invest in a lot of good projects. So
Yes.
we appreciate everything they do for the city and the people here.
Yeah, they've been a great help, great asset, and we're very, I guess, lucky to have them.
Yeah, I
so.
would say. Well, good. Thank you for that. There's one other park that I learned of recently. I never would have known about it, but I think it's good for people to know. What's the name of the park that's kind of surrounded, like it's inside the houses there, like
Woods
most people
Grove?
would?
Woods Grove.
Woods Grove.
Woods Grove kind of is closer to Robinson Park off of 16th Street. Just a small little neighborhood park. Not much in there. There used to be I think a baseball field there, so the backstop is still there. So I think kids just get there in the neighborhood to play kickball, frisbee, wiffle ball.
I think I'm learning too, like parks typically over the years it's land that's been kind of donated to the city with the understanding that they want it to be a park. Is that kind of how the history of
I
some
believe
of this
so.
has happened?
Yeah, and I think with all of our parks combined, all of our green space, I think we have over 180 acres in the city of parkland, municipal use. Another park that people probably don't know about is Wards Johnson Park, just off of Redden Road and North Avenue. Again, small park. It has a nice sled hill, playground, basketball court, just a nice kind of community park on the north side of the city that people might not know about.
Yeah, you talked a little bit about the investments that have gone into them recently, updating the playground equipment and all that's happening. I don't know if you can touch on any of those bigger projects, but then I'd also like to know who are the people that take care of these parks, year round. I suppose in the winter it's a little quieter, but during the warm months, there's people that are taking care of them. I
Right.
think they deserve a little recognition in terms of how much it takes and the effort they put in.
Yeah, so we have pretty much 4 field staff that takes care of the parks. We have 2 certified arborists that do all the tree cutting, tree trimming during the winter months. Some in the spring and fall. They do all of our tree planting, which we roughly plant, I'd say 25 to 30 trees, either in parks, boulevards, green space. So we take care of all that. We just got our tree delivery for the gravel bed nursery again last week, so we'll be starting that, and then we'll be adding trees down Lincoln Street where they did the road construction.
Okay.
So yeah, kudos to the staff, because with 4 people, and like of all the parks that I mentioned, they're in charge of cutting the grass, all the landscape areas, baseball diamonds. We'll get some summer help in there, but again, it's mostly full-time staff that kind of orchestrate getting everything done and on a timely manner. So, yeah, like I said, more kudos to staff, because without them, obviously none of this is manageable.
Yeah, I've said this before with maybe on WFHR and that, like, until you really become a part of, like, the internal workings of the city, there's so much we take for granted that it just happens on a day-to-day basis that, real people are taking care of every day to make it look nice, to make sure that we can all live our lives and go to our jobs, take care of our houses, raise our families while the city is being maintained. Again, I appreciate everything you guys are doing and all the folks that are working with you in the department on a day-to-day basis to make it what it is. Appreciate that.
Appreciate the support. And obviously another big park that I kind of forgot to mention was, I guess, the Witter Aquatic Park with the aquatic
I was
center.
going to touch on that next because that's a big one. Yeah.
Yep. Again, huge donation again from the Legacy Foundation with the playground out there. The splash pad will be opening, weather dependent, probably May 23rd, 24th. The skate park is open. So again, just a busy park.
Yeah.
So it's not a big area to have all that stuff, but it's just stays busy. And then with the batting cage coming this spring as well, just on kind of the central part of Chestnut Street in between Lincoln and 8th Street.
Okay. Yeah, just again, being mayor for a year, but for the 20 years I've been in the community, well, I guess it's been about 6 years since the park was, is it 6 years?
Yeah,
7,
about 6
something?
years. Yeah.
And there's still a lot of, even when I was running for mayor, a lot of people for and against. And in my opinion right now, I understand the people that are worried about the money that it took to build it and that we took that out, and in the investment that we made through loans to make it happen. But it's here now. And it's a beautiful park, and it has to be maintained well by you guys and your crew, but then ran well through the rec department, Dawn, and all the people that you're hiring and bringing on to make that happen. So I support 100% at this point that we need to accept, fully 100%. If the community can accept it and say this is now our park, let's do whatever we can to make it be here and be a great part of the community for decades to come. Right. I think that's the most important thing. Yeah. And to be able to do that, one, you got to run it every year and do it to the best of the ability of all the people that are there. And ultimately, two, we'll talk about afterwards about a little bit of the inside, inner workings of what it takes to keep all that running and what you don't see, what's all underground and all that. But Don, if you would, I think it's a good place to start, if you'd like, about the opening and what's coming with the Aquatic Center.
Sure. We're opening up on June 6th for the season. We've got a lot of activities at the Aquatic Center this summer, some kind of different events that we planned. On the 12th of June, we've got the United We Can Food Collection Day. So anybody can bring a donation and get in for $5.
Okay.
Thursday, June 19th is Pirates Life Swim Day. So you get in for $5 if you are dressed like a pirate. June 9th, we're having a duck race. We thought we would try that this year in the Adventure River.
Okay.
So we'll see how, or Leisure River.
Plastic ducks. Yeah, I probably would do it
See
in
how it goes.
Clarify that, yeah. Plastic ducks, not real
Plastic,
ducks.
not real
Not real
ducks,
ducks,
right?
yeah.
Plastic ducks,
Yeah,
and then we'll
so-
have prizes for that.
Yeah, so it'll be like $1 a duck. You drop your duck in the lazy river, and we'll have a finish line, and whatever duck comes in first and second place, we'll hand out some gift cards and certificates. It's just something to kind of break up the everyday thing, at the pool. So we're just going to try something new.
Yeah.
So
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
Well, we appreciate that too, because it's added work for you guys to try to put on events and stuff like that. But again, I understand what you're saying. If it's just a typical everyday pool, you want to keep the excitement there. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yep. That also give us a little time for the lifeguards to take their break as well. So
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Let's see, July 25th, we're having Christmas in July. Santa's going to be there. He's agreed to come and visit, take a break.
That's good.
July 30th is going to be baseball and softball player swim day. Again, $5 entry if they wear their team hat.
Okay.
August 12th, we're going to have a cardboard regatta, which I think is going to be kind of fun. We talked about doing this a couple times.
Okay.
So they'll have to build a boat fully out of cardboard and see how it floats.
Okay.
Prizes for that as well.
Yeah.
And then August 17th, we've always done a season pass customer appreciation day, so we'll have that swim just for our season pass holders.
Okay.
And then we're going to have some rafters promotions as well. We don't have those dates set quite yet, but those will be advertised. And then Gone to the Dogs. We'll wind up the season as soon as we don't have a date set yet for the dog day, but it'll be coming as well.
Yeah. I think that's great that we've reached out and the rafters have reached out. I know, I'm seeing more and more that, we talk about the downtown area, but it's really this whole aquatic center, rafters, Mead hotel, all the way to the downtown. Like there's this walking area that you can go, and there's just so many activities and things that you can do. And the more we can intertwine them so that they're working together and provide a bigger experience than just one or the other,
Right.
I think that's great. And it's really doing a lot to develop the downtown and publicize or market the downtown area. So this is a big part of that. And thank you for putting all that together and making it exciting. And again, it goes into, you have to hire, you go through every season.
We do. We're still interviewing. I think today is probably going to be the last round of interviews, but
Okay.
we've been interviewing probably since March, maybe,
okay.
early March. We have a lot of employees to hire and get trained and ready for
Sure.
opening day. So I've got a lot of trainings and meetings scheduled throughout the month of May.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we'll be ready to go and that the weather will cooperate this summer and we'll have a lot of open days. And
Okay. Do you have a lot of,
Summertime.
is it, I suppose, kids coming back from school? Is a lot of those
we
kids,
do.
or is
We
it
have a lot of kids
different?
coming back, a lot of new ones as well. We have some that I know are taking lifeguarding classes also that had applied for other positions and were interested in becoming lifeguards. So
Okay.
we'll see. I
Yeah.
think we're going to have enough staff, we hope.
Yeah, it's a good fit. Obviously, kids that are coming in that are looking for that work for the summer to stay busy and make some money. So
Yeah.
it's a good fit.
Yeah.
In between the rec department and then the park field staff, I think we hire about 45 seasonals
Okay.
for that. So it's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
But again, we can't have a pool, you can't have rec programs without seasonal help and kids. So we appreciate them and their time, and always hope for a good summer, because we hate to have them come in and then we'll get a thunderstorm come in and it's like, okay, we got to close, because those kids are there to make money as well as you know, making memories with friends. And so,
Yeah, it's tricky, all weather
It is
dependent,
tricky.
right?
Yep.
is.
You want it to be warm, and
right.
it's just never as warm as you quite think it's going to be.
No.
So
They're not easy decisions to make, but
Yeah.
you gotta
No.
do it for the safety of the community and the kids. And,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
So this part of it, like my previous job was, some recycling stuff, big balers, big, shears, equipment, motors, pumps, all that fun stuff. So when I got the opportunity to meet with Travis underground, kind of,
Yeah.
and kind of see what's going on, I don't know. Can you shed a little bit of light on what that takes and what it looks like?
Yeah, it's a big process. It's you got, I think there's 12 pumps down there that kind of run your filter system, pumps that run just the lazy river, pumps that run the slides, pumps that run the standalone attractions with the flower petals that dump water on you. So it's a lot to digest. I still remember the first day, because I was the first pool operator there, that when Myron just pretty much handed me the key and said, "Good luck." So
Thanks.
so yeah, it was a learning process, but again, can't do this again without Travis. It'll be his fifth summer there, and he learns something new every year too, just like the rest of us. But it's a lot of learning as you go type thing. But he's kind of got it down to a system.
Yeah.
So
Well, I give you guys all credit, you and all the people that are working with you on that and everything you guys are doing, the parks. But to me, that one in and of itself is, you took it on. When they brought it to you, you didn't kind of shrug your shoulders and say, I don't know. Like,
Right.
you guys have taken it on and said, we're going to make it ours. And you have to have somebody like that, because if
Yeah.
nobody takes the leadership role in it, it's going to fall apart. So I appreciate you doing that, and that we found Travis to really take ownership in
Right.
it, and he told me some stories about
Yeah.
trying to find why we were losing water and trying to brainstorm this stuff through,
Yeah.
and that's what it takes. It's
Yeah.
like running a business. Like, if you it's a kind of do or die. If you don't figure it out yourself, you're gonna bleed the money out. I guess in
yeah.
that case, the water out,
Yeah.
So I understand that and appreciate that, taking it on and making it your own and making it a valuable asset of the community. So
it's a
thank
huge
you
asset
for
to the
that.
community. I mean,
Yeah.
it's great. We're very lucky to have something like this. I know a lot of people are kind of upset that they're paying for it with taxes, but it's big. I mean, you got to look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
The the communities that come around, the families that come from different cities for this, and
Yeah.
it's great to have.
Well, at some point in time too, you just can't, like, I don't know. I think that I'm getting into therapy or something, but you can't take what happened in the past and just keep dwelling on it over and over again.
Right.
At some point in time, you have to accept that as the reality of where we are now, and then
Right.
move forward as a community and support it. And I feel like, that's my hope and what I can help do, but ultimately getting everybody to just say, hey, this is a part of the community. And if you continue to badmouth it, you're actually, putting more pressure on the people who are trying to make it succeed and doing a good job.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so to me, that's the goal, is to get everybody in the community to say, this is good. It's a good thing now. It's here. Let's make it.
Yep.
Let's make it work. So thank you for the work you're doing.
Opening
there.
day would be June 6th this year, so the
Okay.
day after school's out. Thursday, I believe. Thursday?
Friday.
Friday? Okay.
It's a Friday.
So we'll touch on more stuff that I know you do outside of the parks on a year-long basis. But Dawn, I know you guys have a lot more programs outside of just the aquatic center.
We do.
That you
We've
guys
got a
have
lot of
taken
stuff.
on.
Sure. So this summer we are trying a soccer camp that's new to us.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Challenger Soccer Camp. It's a British training method for soccer.
Okay.
And apparently some communities have done that not too far away from us, and it's had really good feedback. So we
Okay.
thought we would try it.
Good, good.
We've got some of the returning programs, basketball camp, volleyball camp. Always gymnastics is always popular, so we've got those classes coming back as well. Swim club, of course, is going to be practicing twice a week at the aquatic center.
Okay.
So
good.
we had feedback last summer that when they had their outdoor practices, they absolutely loved practicing outside.
Yeah,
so
that's good. Yeah.
we're going to offer that again. And then we've got Zookeeper for a Day, which is a really popular program.
Very popular. Yep.
Very fun. We added a lot.
I think it fills up within the first
Probably the
day
first
of
day.
people registering it. So, because we're only allotted so many days
Okay.
through the summer.
And
but
one
it's
kid at a time. It
one
can
kid
only
at a
be
time.
one kid
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So
But it's awesome. It's hands-on with the zookeeper. You're feeding animals,
Oh, yeah.
grooming them. It's just a really cool experience.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I think we have 22 days, and
I
each year
believe
we're just
23, I
adding
think it is.
23. Just each year
Yeah,
we're adding
it's-
more and more. So
I don't know if I missed this, but how do the kids how do you get elected for that?
You'd have to sign up, register.
first
Yeah.
come, first serve.
first come.
First
Yep.
come, first
Yep.
serve, okay.
Yep.
You gotta be 10 and older to do it. So
And they come to online is the
We
best
have
way to
online
do it?
registration.
Okay.
Yep, we have wr.activityreg.com is our registration page. So
Okay.
they would register through there. May 1st is when the opening date is for registration
Okay.
at 8 a.m.
All right, excellent.
We also have babysitting classes this summer, some craft classes that are kind of fun, a self-defense class, which is something that we brought back. We had
Yeah.
some requests for that. And then some of the regular stuff at the aquatic center, the water walk and the lap swim, and trying to think of what else we have there.
then our senior programs
I was
too.
gonna
They'll
say
do
we've got Jane's.
for the low center. We have different swimming activities for 50 and older.
Joan teaches the
Yep.
senior swim, I think it's called.
Yeah,
That's on
with
Tuesday,
aerobic
Thursdays.
swim.
Okay,
Is ran through here, so they can stop at the low center and fill out an application or sorry, not application, but register
register.
for the class. So
yeah,
it's I think it's Thursday mornings that they do it, so before the pool opens.
Tuesday and Thursdays.
Tuesday and Thursdays.
And then
Yeah.
a lot of them go right into the water walk and
Yep.
take advantage of that right after it as
Yeah.
well. They sign up for that
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
So, swim lessons too we have this summer.
good, good. I think it might be, we'll set up a separate podcast to really dive into some of the Centralia stuff and what they do for the
Yeah.
older community
Yep.
and people. So I think it's a lot of programming. So
Yeah,
I think
it's a
that'd
lot of
be nice.
programming.
Yes.
It's something like a lot of people don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people only know where the Centralia Center even is. So,
Yeah.
but it's another huge asset to the community with the aging community that we have. It's nice to have here with the lunch programs and
Okay.
everything that we offer.
Yeah.
So it'd be great to have Joan come in and talk.
Yeah. We'll set that up.
I mean, we do everything from cards to puzzles to this year we're taking 2 Brewers trips.
Oh, good.
May 28th and August 28th. So we leave at 7:30 in the morning. Take I think the class, or I think we take up to 50
Mm-hmm.
people down there. It's $24 for the trip and ticket, and
Yeah.
it's a great experience.
They do like the party bus, right?
Yeah, it's
To
a big
take the
party bus. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Was there other programs you wanted to touch base on, or?
I think we covered most of them. We do
Okay.
have more things at the zoo that are free activities as well.
We could touch base back at the T-ball and coach pitch. We just
Oh,
wanna-
yes.
Huge thank you to like our supporting donors:
Sponsors of the
Econ,
shirts.
Crockett Septic, Urco, Solaris, Advanced Therapy, and Pinnacle Performance Therapy. They donated funds for us for T-shirts and hats. So again, without donations, a lot of our programs can't exist. So
Okay.
we thanks to them for
Yes,
That's good.
that
Yeah,
was-
yeah.
was very nice of them. We are still taking kids for T-ball and coach pitch as well.
Okay.
They are filling up, but there's still some space. So
How do you get sponsors like that? I guess I'm not quite sure. This might be an appropriate place to kind of let people know if they want to sponsor the
Yeah,
different
This
groups?
is the first time we've actually
had to do
done
it.
this, but
Yeah.
we kind of compiled a list and sent an email out saying we would love to have a sponsor, and we'll put your name on our shirts and hats or whatever. And I think the hat sponsor came back almost immediately
Okay.
and said we'd be happy to do this. And then the other ones kind of came in shortly after that and said, we'll sponsor this amount and this amount
Yeah.
and this amount.
And it's about $3,000 for everything, so
Yeah.
it's a
It was a
pretty big,
huge help.
Yeah.
That's
so
great.
with that, then we get to spend our funds that we had budgeted for T-shirts and hats on new equipment for the kids.
A lot of our equipment is
tees,
so
right.
old, so
Yeah.
it was nice to put some money back into that
Yeah.
program.
Well, I think there's a lot more people that would like to do that, I guess. So if they, our goal obviously is to get these videos into the hands of 40,000 people
Right.
community wide. So if that's happening and a lot of these people are business owners and they would like to contribute, what would be the best way for them to get in touch with you guys?
Yeah. And then back to the zoo, another big donor that we had was Helen's Mead for Encourage, donated the funds for the blue whale exhibit
Okay.
at the zoo. And I think this is going to be pretty cool. Just reading about it, touching base with other communities that have had it there. It is going to be, what is it?
June 19th.
Is it June 19th? Yeah. June 19th from 10:30 to 4:30 at the zoo. So it's a big whale exhibit that kids get to walk inside this big 60-foot inflatable blue whale to see what the inside of a whale looks like, and then different artifacts will be set up. And again, normally this company charges people to attend this, and this will be free to the community.
Okay.
So
Good. I know this side of it isn't as glamorous as the, Parks and Rec. And again, Parks and Rec are so important to the outward facing parts of the community and making that community spirit, greater. But another side of what you do is you take care of all the buildings.
yep, all city-owned buildings.
Yep.
There's two staff for that. Travis obviously is at the pool for 5 months out of the year, taking care of the pool and the park. He pretty much takes care of Witter Park, the grass cutting, the garbage, all that stuff. And then Gordy is my building tech, so he does all the maintenance on City Hall, Centralia Center, the library, City Garage, all the different parks with the bathrooms, and so he's a busy person.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff to undertake,
Right.
and usually can pull you through the winter. I know that's a little more of a time, kind of catch up time, but it's year round.
Yep.
Appreciate all the work they do. I just know how
Yeah.
much it takes to keep a building running, whether it's a small building or most of what we're talking about is some pretty big stuff,
Right.
pretty big roofs. We put a new roof on this building.
Centralia Center,
this-
with new rooftop units. And so that was a big overhaul. Just that should have been years ago, but it got put onto our lap and we took care of it.
Yeah, it all seemed to, I don't know if it keeps coming up, but ever since I got on council, it just kind of keeps coming back. And at some point in time, you have to pull the trigger because otherwise you start causing more damage than it's worth. So you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for approving.
So what else? What else do you guys have? I'm kind of out of questions. I guess it's a few minutes to
We
put
could talk
anything
about
else
some of
out
the
there.
fall stuff that's coming up.
Sure.
I mean, that's a ways away, but we've got, we can talk about zoo, but, so we're going to do adult flag football again this fall. I know you had talked about some sponsorship opportunities also. We're partnering with the YMCA on youth flag football.
Yes,
Okay.
I think it's going to be
And-
great. Yep.
Yeah, that'll be a fun program. We're hoping we can make it larger.
Bigger.
And they'll have more practice space because we can offer that for them.
Yeah,
and
Sure.
This will be at Mead Park. So it's probably some games will be underneath the lights because of the time of year.
Yeah.
And then during the week, having the games instead of on Saturdays. So,
Okay.
like Dawn said, just teaming up with the YMCA, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it should be good.
Yeah. Anything to build community spirit. Yeah.
Definitely.
So-
We're also doing dodgeball. We're going to try dodgeball this
Ooh.
fall, adult dodgeball.
Ah.
So that was kind of a request from a lot of our flag football
Yeah.
players. So
Yeah,
we'll see how it
this-
goes.
Yeah.
Fun.
This will be the
it'll
third
be fun.
season, I think, with the adult
This will
flag
be
football.
flag.
Yeah.
Yep, third season.
I'm
Just
notorious, like jumping in with my kids, and I think I'm going to start playing sports again with them, and I usually ends up with a pulled muscle somewhere
Yeah.
along the way.
You feel
So
it the next day.
it sounds like a lot of fun, though.
Yeah.
I'll do it. What else?
Yeah. I know we're always looking for volunteers. A lot of it is grounds maintenance with all of our landscape area, flower beds. That's something that we just kind of lack on having extra hands on. So if anyone's willing to volunteer some time at the library, the zoo, the aquatic center, City Hall has some smaller landscaping, but really it's the library, zoo, aquatic center that we're always looking for that extra hand to
Yeah,
help pull weeds.
it's a lot of space.
Yeah. Yep. So we do work with some volunteers like McCain's. Last couple of years have been coming in to help us do mulching jobs, park cleanups. Assumption High School's come.
Okay.
The last 3 years at the aquatic center, they just walk up Chestnut and they're right there.
Okay.
We have here 3 different parks that we have volunteers come do the flower coffins, we call them. They plant their own flowers. They take care of the weeding of the coffins. At Sandlot Lions, and there's one more. Sandlot Lions.
Robinson, don't they? put one at
Robinson Park. Yep, Robinson Park as well. So
Okay.
always looking for volunteers. They can call us 715-421-8240.
Okay.
I'd like to meet them on site, go through everything with them, but like I said, we're always looking for volunteers. Anyone
Okay.
with a green thumb would be great.
All right, so I heard volunteers, I heard sponsors. You threw a phone number out there pretty quick. Why don't we slow it down a little bit and tell everybody the best way to contact?
Yeah. Best way is probably just giving the office a call at 715-421-8240.
Okay.
If we don't answer, leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Okay. Good.
And then the flyer is going to be going out to all of the schools this week, to all the elementary schools, and then the
Okay.
surrounding schools as well. So
Okay.
all of our contact information is in there as well.
Good. Well, what are your thoughts? How do you want to wrap it up? Yeah.
How or when?
You guys good? Well, if there's anything else, I think we went through a lot of information here, so I appreciate
that. Was
that.
a lot.
Yeah. I think.
Sure we forgot some stuff, but
Yeah, if there are any questions, call the same number. Like
Yeah.
you guys are here every day, to help out the community. I think you guys go above and beyond to make sure that the community has these programs set up, that the parks are running, buildings are running. So it's a lot of work. I appreciate everything you guys do to make it happen, and the community appreciates it too. So
well,
thank
thanks
you
again for
that.
having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
You're welcome. Talk again.
Sounds good.
Yep. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.